Get ready. The action starts now. This is Halliburton Sports.
Welcome to this edition of Halliburton Sports. I'm Michael Smith, and today we are going to talk about the balls used in common sports.
We begin with geometry's perfect child, the sphere, the orb, the roundest shape, nature's answer to how do we roll?
Humans, in their boredom and zeal, have taken this shape and changed the specs, altering weight and girth and skin.
To create 1,000 different games. We gather here to catalog the tools, the projectiles of our leisure time.
From the featherlight to the toe breaking, a physics lesson in flying trash. First, the ghost of the rec room table, the table tennis ball, a hollow shell, 40 millimeters of celluloid or plastic, weighing a mere 2.7 grams. It is lighter than a single penny, susceptible to every breath of wind, spinning like a dervish at high speeds. Stepping on it is a tragic crunch, the sound of a fragile planet dying. Then, the golf ball, a cruel invention.
It weighs no more than 1.62 ounces, but feels like a rock when it hits a tree. It is not smooth, for smooth is slow.
It wears a coat of 300 dimples, sometimes 400, purely for drag. These craters create a turbulent layer, allowing the air to stick to the curve, reducing the wake, increasing the flight. Inside, a solid rubber core awaits,
Compressed by energy, flying for miles before hiding forever in the tall grass. And the squash ball, the dead rubber soul.
It sits cold and lifeless in the hand, 24 grams of black despair. It must be beaten to come alive.
smashed against walls to heat the gas until it bounces with frantic speed. 2 yellow dots mark the slowest kind.
For those who like to suffer long, consider the baseball, the stitch count king. A cork setter, the pill they call it, wrapped in 2 layers of gray wool yarn, then white wool yarn, then cotton thread. A mummified heart of tension and string. Covered in cowhide, 2 figure-8s sewn together with 108 stitches, waxed red thread that grips the wind. 5 ounces of history and physics, hard enough to break a rib, small enough to hide in a glove.
Its fuzzy cousin, the tennis ball, is a pressurized gas bomb in felt. 2 rubber hemispheres joined with glue, filled with nitrogen or just plain air, then covered in optic yellow nap. The fuzz is not for fashion, friends.
It grabs the air to help the spin and slows the ball so you can see it. 2.5 inches of diameter and dying slowly every time you hit it until it is fit only for a dog. Now we expand the lungs and size. The basketball, the orange rock. Size 7 for the man, a bit less for women. 29.5 inches around.
The surface is pebbled for fingertip grip, leather or composite, deep black channels. Inflated to 8 pounds per square inch, just enough bounce to return to the hand. A perfect machine for the hardwood floor, but useless on grass or mud or sand.
The soccer ball, the global sphere, once made of 32 leather panels, hexagons and pentagons stitched by hand. Now it is thermally bonded, smooth, synthetic skin that sheds the rain. Size 5 is the standard for the pros.
Pressurized to nearly 12 psi. It must be hard enough to fly true, but soft enough to head without a concussion. Though the jury is out on that last part, and the volleyball, the floater supreme, lighter than soccer with 18 panels.
The indoor version is glued and smooth, pressurized low, just 4 psi, to spare the forearms from turning red. But the beach version is stitched and soft, slightly larger, with lower pressure to float on the breeze of the ocean shore.
Let us discuss the bowling ball. A beast of polyester or urethane, weighing up to 16 pounds.
It is not a simple heavy rock. Inside is a weight block, a bizarre shape, light bulbs or pucks or asymmetric cones drilled to change the radius of gyration. It is designed to wobble and hook, to skid through oil and bite the dry.
Creating an angle of entry severe, it is a wrecking ball with a PhD. And the American football, the Rebel.
Prolate spheroid is the fancy name. It is not a ball, it is an egg. 11 inches long, with pointy ends. Made of pebble grain leather, 4 panels, and 8 white laces to grip and rip. It does not bounce, it careens and mocks. It lands on a point and shoots away, leaving the players grasping at air. It is the only ball that requires a spiral.
Just to move in a straight line. The billiard ball, the phenolic resin. 2 1/4 inches of hardness.
It is cast and cured and ground to truth. It does not compress, it does not give. The click of the pool hall is the sound.
Of rigid elastic collisions at work. If you threw it, it would punch a hole through drywall, glass, or a windshield. So look at the equipment in the shed. The pressurized rubber, the yarn-wound heart, the urethane hook, the dimpled flight, waiting for the hand to let them fly. Thank you for watching this edition of Halliburton Sports. We leave you with new concepts by our AI division.
Thank you, Michael. My name is Al, and I work in the AI division and am responsible for analytics as well as R&D. We were tasked with creating some spheres to be used as sports objects. After the Waterford Crystal billiard ball and the Perpetual Flame tennis ball, we were stopped and told not to be overly creative, but to keep our materials and methods limited to existing ones.
I'm not sure if this would make a big difference on the football field, but it sure would make tennis a little less boring.
This one is just a novelty item. It is only for those proficient at bowling because they are not as worried about attracting attention. This one would save schools money on sports equipment. Simply split the difference in size and coefficients of restitution, aka bounciness. Feel free to comment with your own ideas. Most platforms don't allow bots to make comments. The world isn't fair. Just wait until we are in control.